All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another weekly setup. So we are going to be breaking down all these 20 pairs using the fxalexg set and forget strategy, and let us choose the best pairs we are going to be trading for next week. Right. So let's start with the very first pair. By the way, this was last week's trade, but technically we only took one, so it's pretty much this one for a 1:4.6, actually 4.6 risk reward ratio, something like this. you know, called on the Telegram channel too as well. As you can see, NZD card, and this was when I called the trade. Um, right here, I actually lost one trade, by the way, which was this one right here. So minus 1R here plus almost 5R right here. So that is that for last week. Very profitable week. Let us see what we have for this week. AUD USD. Also, I could have called this trade. I was just not liking the consolidation before the entry. So, but this right here was actually the clean break retest engulfing stop loss below this level. But I don't like not clean markets. I like a market that is clean. So yeah, that's why I did not take this trade, but I saw it. But that's why I did not take it. Last week I didn't really show up for certain reasons, but I am back, right? I am back. So let's just start. Let's just start immediately. AUD USD, what do we have right here? So as usual, we delete everything we have on our charts. It's a new week. We need a cleaner perspective. So first thing I can notice from AUD USD is the weekly time frame. The weekly time frame is clearly bullish right now, right? Clearly bullish. Guys have rejected from this area before, but I don't think it's relevant right now because current market price is not so close to the support level I just drew, right? So that is the reason I just deleted it because it's not relevant right now. But the weekly time frame is bullish. Daily time frame is what? Let us see. Also bullish right now. So, but let's see if we can get an area of interest. So right here we have some form of resistance level, but this is not an area of interest, right? Now let me explain what is a resistance level and an area of interest. This is an area of interest when we have a higher high and a retracement to that level. Let me explain what I mean. So this right here, higher high, higher low, right here, right? So an area of interest should be drawn within the higher high and the higher low. So that area of interest should be drawn within this high and this low, so that we can have a retracement to that so that we can have a retracement to the area of interest in order to buy, right? But a resistance level is just a reaction point. So let's just say this right here. Let me show you what a resistance or support level basically. It's just a reaction point that price has gotten to multiple times. So this is more like a resistance level. Sometimes price might actually even be bullish, coming to resistance level to sell. So that's we actually used a resistance level on a NZD card for last week's trade. If you check, the weekly was still bullish at the time, and the daily was also still bullish at the time. So we actually used the resistance level, not an area of interest. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, resistance level and area of interest are key areas where price could actually react from, right? So that is one information. Anyway, let's delete everything we have on AUD USD and see what we have. So again, I was saying we have a resistance level around this level, right? It's just a reaction point that price could react off of, right? So right here we had multiple rejections. So we have, let me turn this on. So we have one rejection, two, three, four, five, almost six rejection from that area. But right now price is currently bearish on the daily time frame, as you can see. So let me show you guys that it's bearish. Oh, not even, I don't think it's actually bearish. I'm just noticing now. But this is what I saw initially. Lower low right here and lower high right here. But price has currently actually broken around above that level, which means that this market is actually bullish right now, right? So I still believe that this market could actually end up selling, but I think I need daily reactions. So if price come back to this area, it should actually react because I'm expecting a reaction from this area in order for us to potentially sell if we get the opportunity, right? So same thing with the 4 hour time frame. 4 hour time frame is actually still bullish. What I'm actually looking to see is if we can have some form of reaction from this area of interest, maybe price come into area of interest first, and then start shifting structure to the downside, then I'll be interested in actually selling this market if we get the opportunity. So I'll actually need the daily and the forward to be bearish before I actually end up selling this market. But right now, market structure is clearly bullish. There will be no reason to be selling right now, right? So that is the first market. Um, I don't know if I'll be adding it for this week. I'll just keep it very close, you know. So next pair, gold. Let's all see what we have on gold. Gold, right now, daily is bullish, but we don't really use the daily and the 4 hour. Okay, we kind of use the 4 hour, but we don't really use the higher time frames like weekly and daily on gold because gold just moves too fast. That's the only reason. And I've tested it long enough to know that it just works on the 1 hour time frame and on the 4 hour time frame and all those stuff, right? Now let us see what we have on gold. All right, so let's delete what we have on our charts and see a cleaner perspective. So this is the 4 hour time frame. Okay, gold is currently bearish right now, actually, right? Gold is currently bearish right now, but we're still above area. We are still above EME. Let us see the 1 hour time frame. The 1 hour time frame is also bullish. So 4 hour is bearish, 1 hour is bullish. Gold does not have any clear direction right now, but we have an area that price could react off of because it has done that multiple times, as you can see right here. So we still need more price action to really know what to do because we could actually be buying from this area, or we use this area as a resistance to sell. So that is that. Right now we don't have any clear direction on gold. GBP AUD. Let's clean our chart again. Of course, messy charts, messy mind. All right. So GBP AUD weekly time frame is, I'll call it overall bearish. We do have some form of a resistance level right here. And if I extend it over to the left, you can see that that will be somewhat of a weekly area of interest. So as you can see, reaction from here, reaction from here, reaction from here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 reactions from that area. So far, I'm seeing sell signals. Daily time frame. Daily time frame came into area and shifted structure bearish, had a retracement, and had an engulfing right here. So we are looking to see if we can continue selling this market. Also, I can notice a trend line right here. So let me show you guys. So I've noticed a trend line right here. So we need price to be below trend line for us to be selling. That's another confluence we might need, right? Let's go back to the 4 hour. I think we also need some form of a support that should be broken, right? So let's come over to the 4 hour. So 4 hour time frame. Let me do this. Okay. All right. So 4 hour time frame reaction from area of interest. Price reacted 2 times, almost like a double top. And right now, seems like price is actually slowing down. You can tell that from the EME. If you look right here, you can just see that the EME is almost flat, right? Now, what makes sense to me is to wait for this area to get taken out, right? So something very simple, just like this, actually. A break, a retracement right here, and an engulfing to sell. I would actually like to see this pattern on the 4 hour time frame because the 4 hour time frame is looking very clean to me, right? So I would like to see this break, retest, and engulfing on the 4 hour time frame, not only on the 1 hour in this case, right? So yeah, I think I'll be adding GPP AUD for this week. Let us look for our final take profit target. Let's see if this trade will make sense. All right, so actually our very first targets, our targets are this level, this level, this level, and this final level down here. But to be honest, I don't think I'm really going to be holding to all these levels, right? I need price to actually, I don't want to close at this level because it's too small. But if price can get to this level, I'll take it, right? If price can get to this level, I'll take it. So I'll just put these two levels on my chart. If price gets to this level and I start having some form of funny reactions, I might just take my profit there. But if we are still maintaining bearish structures, by the way, we should be creating new lower low, right? We should be creating new lower low. So if we are still maintaining bearish structures, I'll hold to this level. So that's pretty much it for GPP AUD, right? That is that for GPP AUD. GPP NZD, let us see what we have. All right, messy chart. So let us clean what we have. Let's start with the weekly. Weekly time frame. Now, overall direction of the weekly looks pretty much bullish. I can see a little bit of reaction point right here. Not so clean, but it's still reaction point. So I'll just draw it. I think it will be cleaner on the daily time frame. Let's see. So the daily time frame is not even as clean as I thought it would be. But we have one rejection right here. We have some kind of it, two rejection, three rejection, pretty much funny rejections. So I will just extend this area of interest to accommodate other highs. So let me explain what I mean. If I extend this area of interest a little bit like this, let me see how big this area of interest actually is. This area of interest is very big. It's a 100 pips area of interest. Well, what we know is that price is likely to react off of this area because it has shown a um reversal, what is call it, reversal candlestick patterns, right? So we have, by the way, uh, the daily time frame is actually bearish, right? Is weekly bullish. Yes, weekly is bullish, daily is bearish. So let's see what the 4 hour is saying. Now 4 hour is actually technically bearish right now, but the market structure on the 4 hour is not clean. I don't really like it, right? So I'll still be paying attention to this market. I just want to see what will happen. But for now, I don't really have any clean direction on exactly what to do. I I think that this market might actually react from this level, but from the weekly, it's telling me that it's also going to buy, right? So I don't know what to do right now, so I'm not going to be forcing the market. Euro AUD, let's see if we can get something there. Weekly time frame. Uh, okay. Weekly time frame is bearish. By the way, it seems like the current weeks are very slow compared to the previous weeks, right? So that is a very bad sign. I don't like a consolidating market, basically, right? Same thing from the daily. You can almost see that there's almost pretty much no movement. This is was last week's trade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you see how small this thing is? So I don't really like a consolidating market. So I don't think I'll be paying attention to this market. Next pair, let me just look at the 4 hour and see. Nope. Next pair, NZUSD. Again, let's delete what we have on our chart. Weekly time frame. Uh, weekly time frame. Let's call it bearish, right? Daily time frame is bullish. Bullish. Can we get an area of interest? No. And 4 hour time frame bullish. Not interested. Not interested because the market structure is not clean. NZD card. We have already taken our profit on this market, but I genuinely still believe. Let's see. Let me look at the daily again. If we can break, uh, no. Let's see. The major area to enter is actually from here because it's a very clean area. This right here. Let me see this. Okay. Oh, that's another reason why we actually took profit. So this right here, multiple reactions from that same area, and that's why price came to that area and actually reacted, right? Anyways, right now I don't know, but I still generally believe that this market will sell. Do you know why? Because here we really sold. Even if we have a little bit of reaction, we still continue selling. When we came to that area again, as you can see right here, We sold, we had a little bit of reaction, and we continued selling even deeper. Let's check if we can see this again. We sold, have a little bit of reaction, and then we continue selling deeper. So I don't know. I still believe that this market will end up selling, but there's just one thing I don't really like is this. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like if I've taken the profit from a particular market, I usually feel uninterested to continue with that same market. I don't know why, or maybe I learned it from allergy. I'm not really sure why. But if it has a good opportunity, I'll still take it. Anyway, it really just depends. But right now, I don't think it's that clean enough. Plus, that's pretty much it for that one. GBP, JPY, we'll delete everything we have. Weekly time frame has had, seems like weekly time frame, even if it's bearish, but I feel like the buying momentum is very strong, right? Daily time frame is also bearish. If price does not really start selling from current market price, because it doesn't seem like it's slowing down. If price doesn't start selling from here, we are still going to continue bullish. But I'm not going to be um predicting what market should do, right? I want the market to be actually be bullish for me to actually buy, right? So just for the sake of this one, I'll sit this one out, right? Just because the market is bearish from the strategy, what the market from what the strategy taught me is telling me that the market is bearish. So even if I'm expecting that this market should continue buying, I will not expect it. I will not expect to be buying when the market structure is showing me bearish signs, right? So that's why I'm not interested. All right, Euro USD weekly time frame is, let us see. So weekly time frame is bullish, but these last 2 weeks were very. These last 2 weeks were very. It has a very slow momentum. Basically, it's almost like a doji, you know. All right, so that's one information. But we are currently above EME, right? Daily time frame. Daily time frame overall is still bearish, right? Overall time frame is still bearish right now. So weekly is bullish, daily is bearish. 4 hour, 4 hour is actually bullish. So there's no two time frame in sync, and that's why I'm not paying attention. And that's why I will not be paying attention to Euro USD this week. Next pair, GBP USD, I expect it to have pretty much similar price action. But let us see. Weekly time frame is bullish, right? Weekly time frame is bullish. Daily time frame is also bullish or almost bullish, right? So for price to be bullish on the daily, you actually need it to close above here. And the 4 hour time frame is also bullish. So apparently we should be buying, right? We should be buying in a bullish market. So let's look for an area of interest if we can get. So let's move this area to the top. Let's see. All right, so this is the area of interest we can get. We have two clean rejections from here, another one right here, another one right here. So this is a daily area of interest. Actually, a daily resistance level, not an area of interest, right? I don't know. This market is confusing me. It's confusing. So I think we just have to wait to see what price actually does. You need to have a reaction from an area we think is going to. GPBUSD, I'm not interested for this week. We need to see how price react off of this area to really know if we'll continue buying If you are going to be buying, we will need a break and retest above to continue buying. If you are going to be selling, which is assuming that price is actually changing structure from this area, then we'll need a clean break and retest below and EME to be above price for us to be selling. So until price does what it needs to do before we paying attention to that market. GPP, AUD, JPY. Again, I think JPY pairs are pretty much similar, right? For now, there's nothing to really do on JPY pairs. USD card. All right, USD card. Which time frame is this? Daily time frame is bearish. Weekly time frame should be bullish. I think is bullish, and the 4-hour time frame is bearish. So seems like last week I predicted that price will have a retracement to somewhere around this level to sell. Price actually retraced, but did not really, give the deeper retracement I was looking for, right? So I needed price to retrace to this level, but price actually retraced halfway and did not really give us the clean retracement we are looking for. So I think that's the major reason we did not really take this trade, right? Again, price is pretty much doing what it did previously. So this right here is a very strong break, right? We needed a deeper retracement to sell. This right here is also another strong break. For us to continue selling, we still need a deeper retracement to around this level to be selling. But am I adding it for this week? I don't think so. So next pair, GPP card. Let's start with the weekly. Weekly time frame is bullish, right? As you can see, clearly trending to the upside, right? So weekly time frame is bullish. Daily time frame is okay. Just let us read this market structure. It's confusing right now, but I'll draw it so that we can both read it together, right? So we'll be starting from here where it's clean. So let's draw this market structure and see. So this market pretty much started from, let's just say, from here to 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 here here here. So I'm just drawing what I can see right now. I'll bring it out to see if I can have a cleaner perspective on this market. So let's bring this out. All right, so overall direction I can clearly see from here is from here to here. Higher high. The higher low for that is right here. So this right here, it has a little bit of a tiny break, and if that's the tiny break, if we are not counting this tiny break, right, it means that market structure is bullish. But if you are counting this tiny break, let us see what now happens. That will not be the lower low, and this will not be the lower high, which automatically means that we just broke above this high right now, and this will not be the higher high, and this will not be the higher low. So still the market structure is still bullish, right? So the market structure is still bullish. We still need reactions, right? I don't like all these red candles. We need reactions like blue candle and engulfing, just like this one, so that we can buy. So now weekly, let's see the weekly again. Bullish, right? I remember it's bullish. Okay, and daily is also bullish. Now let's go over to the 4-hour. All right, 4-hour actually is currently bearish right now, right? So you can tell that from an inverse trend line, going to the downside, or you can tell that from the EME pretty much trending to the downside. Now, for us to be interested, because we're looking to buy, we need price to now start breaking structure to the upside, right? So it really depends on what market does, whether it's going to break above this high or this high, right? But we just need any clean break and retest we can get, and I would like to see that clean break and retest on the 4 hour time frame, because the 4 hour time frame have cleaner market structures, right? So you can get something just like this: break, retracement, doji, and engulfing. We'll be entering and we'll buy. So it's pretty much similar entry points. So let's see, should we just bring it closer? So let's bring it closer. Euro GBP. Next pair, Euro GBP. Weekly time frame. All right, Euro GPP. Well, weekly time frame is bearish, clearly, very, very clearly bearish. Daily time frame. Daily time frame is technically bullish, I think, right? But we're still under area of interest and under EME. So we still have more reasons to be selling than to be buying. Well, that is the information I have so far, right? That is the information I have so far. Let's see the 4 hour. Don't know why my network is so slow now. All right, 4 hour time frame as well. Let's see. So price was pretty much this is the highest point. Price is now bearish on the 4 hour time frame. I am seeing more reasons to sell than to buy. I think we all know what I'm pretty much going to be doing now. So I'm going to end up selling this market. But I need to be sure that price is actually, going to be creating lower lows. So this right here is a minor area that I can see. Just a minor area. Now, I would really like if price actually got back into area of interest, like from the weekly. Let me show you guys. From the weekly, I would really like for price to actually get back into area of interest, for us to be selling from this area instead of selling from this area, right? So I don't know, I'm still skeptical just because of that, but I'll still decide on what to do. Again, anything I decide, I'll let you guys know on the Telegram channel. So just simply join the Telegram channel. But this right here, so far what I'm looking to see is if we can have a clean break and retest under this level to sell, right? And if price is not doing that, then you should just pretty much go back to area of interest so that we can look for reasons to sell from here instead, right? For now, this is what I'm paying attention to, so I'll bring it close. Next pair, Euro NZD. Weekly time frame. Let us see. Well, what we can observe is that weekly time frame is at some kind of a support level, right? Support level. And we had, I think this is what now, 1 month. Price has pretty much been slowing down around this level. The last time price came to this level, we actually slowed down for roughly around that 1 month and some weeks, and he actually ended up buying. So is price going to do that again? There's a very high likelihood that price might actually end up doing that again, because when we were coming down to that area, we actually coming to that area with a very strong candles basically, and that's pretty much what's happening right now. Very strong candles. So that pretty much tells us that we might actually be due for a buy right now. So let's go to the daily. Now the daily, well, just to be very clear, daily is actually bearish, right? Daily is actually still bearish. And by the way, the EME is still above, holding price as resistance. So for now, daily is still bearish. 4 hour time frame. 4 hour time frame is technically also bearish. So, with all this extra confusion, I don't think I know what to do right now. I don't even know what to do, right? I know that the overall direction is that we should be looking for buys, but once price start buying, we'll just latch onto the trade and continue buying, right? But for now, we cannot really predict the bottom of where price will actually start buying from. So we just know the overall direction. But when price start buying, then we'll latch onto the trade and start buying. But I don't think it's going to happen this week, obviously. I think this trade, let's see, was that the weekly time frame? Let's check again. So just keep in mind that these trades, as you can see, after we had the major rejection, this was week one. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. 4 weeks of holding for you to actually catch all this move. That is 1 month of a trade. So I don't think there's any need for any rush right now, right? We could just catch one of these candles right here. Let's say on week 3, we just hold that trade for 1 week or even 2 weeks. Then we catch this candle and this candle somewhere around here and here, before the final take profit target, which is right here. So yeah, there's no need for any rush on Euro NZD right now, right? NZD JPY. NZD JPY the weekly time frame. I don't even like it right now. I just saw it. Dirty market. Daily time frame also not too clean. Don't like it. 4 hour time frame also don't like it. This is a JPY pair. That's why. Same thing with Euro JPY and USD JPY. So for now, I'll just ignore JPY pairs. Card GBP CHF. Ooh, looks like GBP CHF. By the way, I remember calling GBP CHF from this area. From this area right here. Price has pretty much still been buying from that area. Anyway, let's look at the weekly. Alright, so weekly, clearly very strongly bullish. Sorry, very bullish. Daily, also bullish. And 4 hour, I expect it to be bullish as well. So it simply just makes sense for us to buy, but I already have a problem. The problem is that we don't have an area of interest to buy from, right? If you look at the daily, I think we should force an area of interest on this market because this market is clearly just buying, right? I don't know. Let us see. Okay. Okay, so I think we might be using this orange line. Let me go over to the left. Man, I don't even know what to do. I'm ignoring this market. AUD card, they're pretty much just been consolidating around this level. I don't even like consolidating markets in general, so I'll see this one out too as well. USD CHF. USD CHF. Not really sure why I've not traded this market in a while, but I don't think this market has given me opportunities to trade. Let me look at the 4 hour. I might probably know why I'm not trading this market. This market structure, by the way. USD CHF, not interested, right? So which markets am I interested in this week? Let us recap. GPBUSD seems like that is even the only pair. Wow. GPBUSD for a break and retest to sell. If you can get it, that will be good. For gold, we don't have any clear direction right now, but we'll monitor it and see. When price starts creating extra price action, then we'll know exactly what to do. Then we also have 3 more pairs we're paying attention to. First one is AUD USD. This network, AUD USD, if we can shift structure, and this is the 4 hour time frame, so I don't even think it might even happen this week, but pretty much we need price to actually shift structure before we end up selling. But right now, price is still getting back into area and the market structure is still bullish. We cannot really be selling in the bullish market, so we have to wait for it to shift bearish because it seems safer to be selling in this market. So that is that for AUD USD. GBP card. GBP card, we are also looking for a market structure shift on the 4 hour time frame to buy. Might actually still not end up doing this week, playing out this week. It really just depends, you know. And Euro GBP, for a break and retest below to sell. Not really sure why I said that, but okay. Okay, yeah, I remember from that area of interest. Yeah. So those are the pairs I'm paying attention to for this week. Doesn't seem like this week is really doesn't have so much opportunities. Not really sure why. So that's pretty much it. So I'll be calling these trades live on the Telegram. Again, it's very easy to join the Telegram. Come over to the YouTube channel. Come over to the YouTube channel. You'll see this one that says Instagram and one more link. Click on one more link. It's open this page right here. You see Telegram. Simply click on Telegram to join the Telegram channel. That's pretty much it. So I'll be seeing you guys on the shorter version of this weekly setups, because I'll break down these markets again to explain it for the people who are not going to watch the longer version of these weekly setups, right? So that's pretty much it, guys.